All right, so let's go through a few more problems, and these are not extremely hard. Okay, suppose that y equals f of x is a particular solution. Actually, this one's really easy. I'm gonna... Okay, let's do it anyways. Find the answer to this differential equation. dy dx is equal to e to the negative x squared over x such that f of 1 is equal to 7. Find f of 3. This one is actually not too bad because the dy dx, or the differential equation, doesn't have a y. So then when you integrate, it's actually just like a normal integral because there's nothing to separate. And this one, they actually do want you to use the calculator. So it makes things even easier when you can just put that function into the calculator and integrate. Okay, so you have basically f prime is equal to this thing. You know that f of 1 is equal to 7. Find f of 3. Okay, so this is basically saying that f prime of x is equal to this whole thing. And so the integral of f prime of x dx. And since they give you two conditions, or two things, one is a condition, the other one is what you want to find, you can just use FTC part 2. So this is from 1 to 3, which you know that this is really just f of 3 minus f of 1. Now, you don't know what this is because this is something that's really hard to integrate, which you're going to use the calculator. You are trying to find f of 3. You do know f of 1, so this is a same kind of problem you've always done before. So f of 3 is equal to the integral from 1 to 3 of f prime of x dx plus f of 1. So at this point, you should just use the calculator to solve. Okay, did you guys get f of 3? $7.1. Okay, 110. All right, let's try another one. Solve the differential equation. dy dx is equal to x squared over y. Y of 0 is 5. Graph both the slope field and the solution. Okay, so I'm going to make this bigger so you can see it. So this one you do need to solve by hand. X squared y, and has an initial condition y of 0 is 5. Okay, did you guys get the differential equation at least? Huh? Yeah. Did you figure it out? Y equals 5?
5 e to the x cubed over 3.
Yep. All right, let's try one last one, and then you can start on homework. This one. And this one has an initial condition. Okay, so the first thing is you gotta split all the x and y's. You can see that there's a plus sign, so usually plus sign is not preferred, except in this case you can solve it. Okay, so we're gonna subtract x on both sides first. So 3y squared square root of x squared plus 1 dy dx is equal to minus x. And since I want to put all the x's on one side, I'm going to divide everything by square root x squared plus 1. And then I'm going to multiply both sides by dx. That way, y's are on the left, and then x's are on the right. Okay, at this time, I'm going to integrate. To integrate, on the left-hand side is just a y cubed. On the right-hand side, we do need to use u sub. So u is equal to x squared plus 1. And then du is 2x dx. So I don't want that 2 there, so that's going to be a 1/2 du equals dx. All right, now substitute everything back in. So this is the integral of, I'm going to put that 1/2 in the front and the negative from the integral outside. So that is negative 1/2 and 1 over square root u du. Okay, next we're going to integrate. So 1 over square root u is really just u to the negative 1/2. So I'm going to guess that the integral is going to be u to the 1/2. Okay, so then take the derivative. 1/2 u to the negative 1/2. And we can see that that 1/2 is not preferable. So I'm going to put a 2 in the front. So u cubed is equal to negative 1/2 times that 2 that I added, and then u to the 1/2 plus c. At this time, you should substitute that u back in. So that is negative x squared plus 1 to the 1/2 plus c. Okay, at this time, you should try to figure out what c is. With the initial condition y of 0 is equal to 1, 1 is equal to negative 0 squared plus 1 to the 1/2 plus c. So that is 1 equals to negative 1 to the 1/2, which is 1. So negative 1 plus c. So c is 2. Okay, put everything back together. Y cubed is equal to negative x squared plus 1 square root plus 2. Okay, the last thing we want to do is just cube root everything. So y is equal to the cube root of negative, I'm going to put that in the square root, so x squared plus 1 plus 2. So this is the answer.